Hello YouTube, this is Billy. Today I was wanting to do an oil change on a 2024 Jeep Sahara. This is the V6, and right here, this is the oil, the 0W20, 5 quarts, and right here, this is the remove this to change the oil filter, and then straight down underneath the vehicle, right down here, okay. This right here, this would be the drain plug to drain the oil. The drain plug is a 13 millimeter. And I've got my little oil catch pan so that I'll get this plug out and get the catch pan here to catch the oil. And to remove this, to get to change the oil filter, that is a 24 millimeter. Okay, I've gotten the drain plug removed and draining the oil. Now I'll go to the top side and get that filter going. The drain plug and the oil filter, both of them are righty-tighty and lefty-loosey. So I'm going to go ahead and get this filter loosened up so that I can pull it out. So using the 24 millimeter, I loosened this up, and now I'm just pulling the filter up and out. And I've got me a little self-made catch to put it in. So put this in here. Okay, now I'm just going to pull the filter out of this cap. Okay, all I did was pull on it and it snapped out of that cap. So this is the old filter, and there's a small little O-ring right there that's on the filter. There's also on the cap, there is an O-ring right here on the cap. Your new filter will come with a new O-ring to put on there. So we will discard this old filter and that old O-ring for the cap. We'll get the new O-ring slid onto place out of the box for the new filter, and we'll get the new filter clicked into place. Okay, this would be the number for the new filter, 11665, and inside the box there is the new filter. It's already got the new O-ring that's on this bottom piece. You always just want to get a visual that you see that it's there. It's right there. And then the new O-ring for the cap. So we would just slide this O-ring, the new one, onto the cap. And just slide it down into the little groove that it drops into. Just like that. So now we've got the new O-ring onto the cap. And using some of this old oil, I'm just going to rub some all on the new O-ring. And then on the O-ring that's on the end of the filter, same thing. I'm gonna rub some of that old oil on that little O-ring. Okay, so now we're ready to just snap this filter down into the cap. Just push it and snap it in there, just like that. Now the new filter is snapped into the cap, and now we'll just drop this into the where it goes and righty-tighty to tighten her up. And when you tighten it, you don't want to go too tight. So once it starts feeling tight, I might go just a little hair more, not much, because you do not want to over tighten it. Go ahead and get this back in. Okay, we're just putting the new filter into place and righty-tighty to get it back in. And when I put my wrench on there to tighten it up, I'm not going to tighten it too much because you don't want to over tighten these caps, okay? And this is the 24 millimeter that I'm just tightening this up. Right now it's turning more on the easy. It's turning pretty easy. Okay, so just a little bit like that. Okay, that feels like it's done. So that is good there. And now to get the back below the vehicle and get that drain plug. Now I'm just going to get a towel and clean off this oil plug. And down there where it was dripping, I'll wipe that up and then get this drain plug going back in. Okay, just get this drain plug put back in. And same thing with this drain plug. You don't want to over tighten it. So when I put my wrench on here, I'm not going to over tighten it. You want to definitely avoid trying to over tighten that, because you could do a lot more harm than good. So you just barely snug it a little bit. You don't want to over tighten that. And then, okay, so got that snugged up real nice. Wipe off any of the excess that was around there. Now that's all cleaned up, and now we're ready to start putting some new oil in it. And anywhere that you may have gotten a little bit of oil on the floor, some kitty litter works really well to absorb and get that cleaned up. Okay, while the kitty litter is soaking up the little bit of spilled oil, now I can go ahead and start getting the new oil put into the vehicle. Okay, and again, you can see that 0W20 on the cap. That is the oil that we're putting back in here. Now, myself, what I actually do is I put 1 quart of an oil additive and then 4 quarts of the 0W20 oil. And every time I do an oil change, I also put in fuel additive to help clean the fuel injectors and just the entire system there, you know. Okay, so let's get a funnel put in here and start getting some new oil in. Okay, and using my catch pan and using an old empty 5 quart container and funnel, I carefully poured the old oil into the 5 quart container. And see, now I can see exactly how much came out of the vehicle, and it was exactly 5 quarts. have carefully added 5 new quarts of oil. I can go ahead and get this funnel set to the side and get my cap put back on. And to reset your oil life, turn the vehicle off, and the engine start button, don't hold it down, but just push it once and then push it twice. You want to push the button until it comes over to where it lights up where it says run. And once you get it to where it says run, and right here with the arrows and the OK, you just scroll to the reset oil life, and the vehicle must be off, and just push until you get it to where it lights up that says run. Okay, and then you just hold down the OK button, and then it brings it up like this where it says 100% that you just changed the oil. Don't forget to keep track of your mileage when you do your oil change. What I do is write it down on a little piece of paper, and then I actually just tape it up here on the top of the windshield. That way at any time I know exactly when I'm due for the next oil change. Okay, for anybody this video may help, well, everybody be safe and good luck. Bye.